Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys with Ron Scolesdang.
Hey!
Well, I just realized that's a really fun name to say, especially if you're like a fighter now.
Scolesdang. Yeah, sometimes they reverse it for some reason. They'll say, Dang Scolesdang. I'm like, what?
The dyslexic announcers? Oh, they say Scolesdang?
Yeah, Scolesdang. One person called me Dang Coles once. And I was like, Dang Coles. I'm like, you like missed like half of my name. And then you reversed it.
Dyslexic and shit.
Mike Suntai.
I'm like, fudge. At least you got Ron right.
You shouldn't be an announcer if you're dyslexic.
Dude, I always thought announcing would be pretty fun.
Don't they practice that? Do they have the phonetics spelled out?
Bart Kawanis.
K1.
Bert,
Boris.
Bert Swan.
Bart Kawanis.
Ron? Scolesdang.
Did you guys want to hear a joke?
All right, so you're obviously preparing for this fight right now, and I think it was off camera. You were talking about how you were at like your heaviest you've been.
Oh yeah.
And how in a short amount of time, and still with whatever time you have left, you still have like some massive amount of pounds you're gonna shed off yourself. So
Yes.
like, can you like give us the details on like what those are numbers wise, and then also just like for all the fat people out there, like how do you lose weight like that? Because you're losing some crazy numbers.
I am losing a massive ton of weight. So I got as heavy. I stopped exercising and just stopped taking care of myself for like a year and a half. So it was the first time in my life I felt normal. I was like, what the fudge is this? And I was telling some of the guys earlier, it hit me when I bent over and the top of my underwear rolled over. And I was like, yeah, it just flipped. It flipped. I'm like, what the heck was that? I was like, well, and I looked down, and I'm like, how'd this happen? And I didn't think anything of it, so I put it back up, and then I bent over to pick it, and it went pop again.
It's protesting against it.
Yeah, I was like, it's me. I'm like, it's freaking me. It's fat me.
It's a BMI protest.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. No, BMI matters.
Damn.
So I was like, ah, shoot, man, what am I gonna do? I tried working out, and for me as a competitor, like, for me, if I don't have anything booked and I don't have anything to fight for, I don't want to fight. You know,
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
you know, I don't want to fight. Training, I can teach, and you know that's fun. I can still keep a fresh.
Do you enjoy sparring just for fun or no?
For fun, yeah. Like to the point where I'm just doing things I shouldn't be doing. You know, backhanding people, freaking like wiggling my hand and punching them.
Just having fun.
Yeah.
Like
Good moves.
The fun thing I've been doing is like throwing overhands to the thigh. So I'm just like whoopah, and then give them like a Charlie horse.
Yeah.
Like TKOs.
Yeah. Which funny enough, you don't expect it hurts, but then it's also really disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
To punch
I respect your Muay Thai zero.
yeah.
You're not a threat at all.
Purposely like punching people in the thigh, and I'll be like doing it to like other fighters. Just having fun. You know, but I would train, and it's not enough because back when I was training like 2-3 times a day, I could eat whatever I wanted, and my metabolism was faster. But now I can train once a day, eat whatever I want, and it don't work anymore. So I train maybe once a week, ate and drank whatever I want. I started getting into whiskey with all my friends, and then I started drinking whiskey with my steak. And I was like, oh snap! This is good.
a good life.
Dipping it in freaking all these sauces. Wow. I'm like, okay. I'm like fudge. And then, I got up to 186.
Damn.
186. Yeah, almost hit 190. It's very heavy. You know, when I broke 170.
Just for context, what's like your normal weight that you maintained?
155, like maybe 160.
I think that's when I met you.
Yeah, that's what that's when I'm like healthy.
But you've always been a foodie, though.
Yeah, I love eating.
But you probably burn like 10,000 calories a day.
That's how I got away with it, you know. So as soon as I stopped training so much, my weight.
That's why a lot of athletes become fat, because they're used to consuming like 8,000 calories and shit, and then they stop working out.
It got bad. It got so bad. My wife had to say, so I was like, hey, like, I don't mind you being squishy, you know. I know you work hard and stuff like that, but I think it's getting kind of unhealthy. I'm like, you're breathing really heavy. I started breathing hard.
I get sleep apnea after 170 too.
Oh no, like while I'm awake.
He has a wake apnea.
This fool's like a pug and shit, like a French bulldog.
But hey, low key, that's what happens though. Like that's the first thing. Damn. Your neck gets all thick.
From like 160. You know,
Yeah,
like-
that's true. That's true.
and it's not 180, it's 186. So I was actually approaching 190.
190, yeah.
When I broke 170, I was like, oh shoot, I'm getting a little squishy. 170 is okay. And then I broke 175. I'm like, uh-oh. It's kind of funny. And I hit 180. I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's push for 185.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then before I knew it, I was like, I had a big meal and I broke 186. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 200 pounds. I'm like, F. And then promoter called me. He's like, hey, you want to fight? He's like, yeah, but I only want to fight if it's in Vegas. I was being all spoiled because technically I can be right now because I can.
Because you're the champ.
Yeah, because I can dictate at least a few times when I want to fight. Not who I want to fight, but I mean, I guess I could.
How come Vegas, not California?
Because Vegas is just, it's cool. Everybody wants to have a show in Vegas. You know, Vegas is like the big show.
Is it better for the purse too?
No. No. In fact, it'll probably cost me more money because I got to drive out there and I got to fly everybody else out there.
If you fight in Vegas, you don't pay the income tax. A lot of UFC fighters like fighting in Vegas because of that.
Oh yeah.
So when you win in Vegas,
For a tax.
so when you get paid out in Vegas,
Yeah, they don't like New York and California fights, even though they're big stadiums like Madison Square Garden, whatever.
They take so much.
because they take the income tax.
But that's what we have tax strategists for. Yeah. Oh, shout out for my tax strategist, Carlton Dennis from Tax Alchemy.
Oh, dude, I see that guy's YouTube.
Oh, dude,
He
he's
pops up. That's tight.
Yeah, he's sick. We can have him on this podcast too. He'll like that. He'd be cool.
yeah, teach us about taxes.
Yeah, you can talk about taxes.
We like that.
And the loophole.
Best content here.
Yeah.
So what's your goal that you
Tangents.
need to get to? What's your goal you need to get to?
I need to get to 140. So
140.
So you got 28 pounds to go.
yeah.
So when you were 186, when was that? Because you said you got that call to get a fight.
Yeah, but I kept pushing it back because I was like, no, it's got to be Vegas. So we kept pushing back the date because they didn't secure the venue, and we were booked to fight either the MGM Grand or Cosmo. That's freaking sick, right?
So
That
sick.
was so
So
cool.
sick.
That's tight. I didn't know Cosmo had an arena.
They have a
Like a banquet hall. maybe.
banquet hall. Yeah.
Oh.
It's Muay Thai. We don't. So if I find MGM, it won't be at the the big arena that you see on TV. It'll be at the banquet hall. Yeah. But it's cool to be at the MGM.
Yeah, it's still dope though. Hell yeah.
Yeah, at least for me, you know. And so I was just holding off, and then he was like, I talked to the promoter at WCK, and they're like, hey, we're not going to be able to book Vegas until September, August now. I was like, oh, I'm like, dude, I can't fight then. I'm like, what do you got in June? And so there was Kwan Casino and then Burbank Convention Center. I was like, all right, give me Burbank. Let's do Burbank.
Is it because you don't want to be in camp that long, or you want to just be?
At that time of year, there's just too much stuff going on. I already know we're gonna hit the slow season for the gym, so I gotta make sure that doesn't crash and burn.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm gonna be traveling in August. I'm going to Thailand. If you guys want to come, 7-day training and fun.
Wow.
Have you figured out what gyms you're gonna go train at over there?
Yeah. Oh shoot, no, we had to push it because we just realized this morning. If you go to Thailand in August, it's monsoon season.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
So you might die.
Oh shit.
Good news.
Yeah, it's good to push it back.
Yeah, so we're pushing it to November. In November, I'm going. We just made this decision today. But 7 days, we're going to train once a day, and then we're going to eat and explore in between for 7 days straight. Like massages, food, monkeys, coconuts.
Is this through a
Monkeys.
company?
Through us, Oka.
Oh, Ladyboy show.
Yeah, so we're curating this whole thing. We're it's how often are you gonna get to go with a huge group of everybody that wants to do the same thing,
That's cool.
and it's not a bachelor party, you know. So it's gonna be really unique and cool.
I'll just go for the Ladyboy show.
Which that's part of the culture to go see.
So to stick to the topic, how
Yeah, you got 1 month. You got 1 month.
It's Thai culture to put a ping pong in your butthole and then shoot it out.
Imagine how much weight you'll lose if you did that. That's like a ping pong enema.
or how much weight you gain if it doesn't come out.
So you got 28 pounds, 1 month. What do you do?
Well, the point is you went from 186 and you need to hit 140.
Yes. But keep in mind, it's 186, me at my fattest. So me doing absolutely, if it was me 186 or 196?
86.
186. Lean, that'd be different, right? But it's 186 at the worst shape of my life.
So your body wants to lose weight if you just start walking.
Yeah.
Today's video is brought to you by Chubbies. What are you guys doing this July 4th? Are you ready to rock out with some shorts like this? You'll be the life of the party. Not only will you be super patriotic, but look at this. It's comfortable, it's elastic, and it's chill.
use code OFFTHERECORD for 20% off at chubbyshorts.com. Chubbies, let the thighs out, bam, and let the good times roll. From a former maker of shorts, I gotta say these bad boys are very quality.
Very good quality.
I like their design. I like the elastic waistband. Even the shorts has the inner lining.
Yep.
So it's super comfy and it's 4-way stretch. And these guys got an elastic band and belt loop. So all the functionality is there. The designs are cool. I approve.
And I'm wearing the swim trunks right now. It's got pineapples. I'm gonna be swimming in Hawaii with them. And I have to say, the stretchies around here, super comfortable.
Yep.
Super soft, super nice.
And I got one of their more casual fits on. So you can go straight. You got shorts for the pool. Then you got shorts to walk around in. Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubbies got you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our viewers 20% off your order with our code OFFTHERECORD at chubbyshorts.com. That's code OFFTHERECORD at chubbyshorts.com. Support our show by telling them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, so as soon as I just started jogging again, and I used to run a lot, so like I would casually run like a 7:30 mile, like just chilling, you know. And then I started running, and after 2 miles, I'm like, what the fudge? The freaking 15-minute mile. I'm like, what happened to me? I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I started feeling normal, and I was like, dude, what the F did I do? Like I let myself become normal. And that hurt me really bad because I never felt like I was normal. I felt like I was like weird. I was different, you know.
Oh, you're athletes. You're like,
You are weird.
where are my athlete numbers at?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, these are normal people numbers.
When we were all training for the marathon, it was me, Bart, Ron, and Don Tran. What a fucking cool group of guys running on the street. This motherfucker, I'm huffing and puffing. My knees are achy. This dude is running, doing business calls, trying to book the gym while he's like on his phone as he's just leading the pack. And I'm like, this guy's not even fucking tired.
We're running like fucking, I don't know, like 15 miles or some shit.
Me and Bart were dying.
And then this was like, yeah. Okay, oh, so like Rebecca wants to switch out for a day shift? Okay, yeah, put the other person in. All right, and then I've also seen him teach one-on-ones. He's like, all right, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook. I'm like, what the fuck?
Keep your right hand up.
Dude, he invites me to go train, right?
Keeping my right hand up and I'm running.
I felt so bad about myself.
What
I gotta start running more, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he invites me to come train, so I go over and we do a light warm-up jog. It's a fucking uphill run. And we were like running for like 3-4 miles at least, uphill or whatever. And then after that, we go train at the gym, a full workout. And I was like, so this is a warm-up run? Uphill for fucking miles and miles and miles?
It's like, well, you're warm, right?
You ready for the real workout now?
And then we do a real training, real workout for like an hour or more. And I was like, oh, you do this on a normal, multiple times a day.
So for normal people, where should you start? Like,
So for normal people, health and wellness, you just walk. Like literally walk.
Bro.
Like you don't technically need to go to the gym. If you walk every day, you're gonna be healthy.
Dude.
Which is dope. Because the problem is most people don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like I did for a year and a half. I literally did a non-voluntary experiment. I was like, all right, what's it like to be normal for a year and a half? I did nothing. I drank alcohol. I ate I ate out like 3 times a day.
Sick.
It got to that point where like I don't even feel like eating anything. I'm like, because I'm just sick of everything.
You tried everything. You did it all.
Sushi, I don't want a tomahawk, I don't want omakase. Like,
Oh shit, that's gangster.
Those are like Apex, dude.
I don't want fucking handmade noodles. I don't want.
Dan. Yeah, we're just living it up, just enjoying life.
That sounds so fun, dude.
Yeah, it is, but the caveat is what happens. You become 186 and your freaking underwear flips forward.
and it's harder to breathe.
Yeah, and like at this time right now, I'm like really heavy into like community service, and I'm having to wear, and I'm like representing a lot of peoples and organizations, and I'm having to wear suits, and all my suits stop fitting me. I'm like, fudge, man. Like my buttons are stretching, right? Like and like on my suits, and then it got this bad where I was just chilling at a meeting, and no, worse. The button stays in because I got tailored suits. I got all these nice things. The freaking shirt tears. I'm just sitting, and the material rips. It goes, and I'm like, I was like, did somebody like fart? Like, what was that? And I look, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. And all of a sudden, I feel like some cold air. I'm like, what? Somebody turn on the. I'm like, what? a freaking, the material ripped. The button was fine, not even the seam. The
But you
material.
had to look down with your eyes because your chin was like.
It was in the way. I had to do a phone and then look at the phone.
You're like, I don't understand how it whips.
Was that when you were like, all right, I'm gonna go run tomorrow? Was that the moment for you?
I'm not unhappy because I eat. I eat because I'm unhappy. Yeah, and that, dude, so many signs just hit me. Like my wife telling me, my freaking underwear folding over, and like my shirt ripping. And keep in mind, like I'm still a small statured guy, so I don't look as obese as I sound. And, like with clothes on, I look normal. In fact, I look buff. So like at 196, people think I'm like lifting weights now, and I look jacked. But when I take off my shirt, I'm just like I have like a squishy baby body. Like you know those kids that like eat too much?
Yeah.
Like that was me as an adult. You know, and so like the first week I start working out, doing normal stuff. So walk, like if you want to be healthy, just walk, move, do stuff, clean your house, like fold your laundry, you know, like pick up a kid and throw him, catch him a couple times.
I wish I could just eat without getting health problems.
The problem is, it's,
Yeah,
you know what the
yeah.
problem is? It's what we eat.
Yeah.
So like,
Too.
if you walk and eat healthy, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah, but I don't walk and I don't eat healthy, and then but I want to eat waffles and pancakes every day, and I'm like, but this is a normal thing on a menu. Why can't I just eat?
No. There's a little menu that says like light section, or the under 1,600 calories.
I had to lose like 10 pounds recently because I was like, my stomach starts hurting. Like I start getting fucked up like issues and shit.
It messes with your hormones too. You get depressed. You gain too much weight. You're
like, I'm
overweight.
tired
You
all
get
the
depressed.
time.
You lose your drive,
Bro.
like
Dick don't work.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't.
But I feel so weak because I'm like, some people, they could get so fat that they get titties and rolls, and then they're not like, I don't know if they are, but they don't seem all fucked up. And then I just get a little bit of bloat, and I'm like, oh, I get sleep apnea. Oh, I can't even do this no, you know?
Well,
I don't know.
you do something so long it becomes your normal, right? And so if I was 186 for another year or two, or just became me, or I stopped doing the gym life, or I shut down the gym and just did something else, it'd probably be my new normal. I'd be like, all right, this is how you're supposed to feel. This is how I'm supposed to look. You know, but I know that I'm not supposed to look at this. I know I'm not supposed to feel like this. I was like, F this. Let's book a fight now. That's my only motivation.
Fighting for your health.
Oh, and then my kid, he pinches me and he's like, Dada, you're fat.
That's it.
And he goes, ha ha, you're fat. And he's like, I have more muscles than you. And he starts flexing, and like he's active, so he's got like a 6-pack. And I'm like, fudge. And then my wife brings it up. She's like, yo, like, what kind of example are you setting for Renzo? I'm like, F. I'm like, all right.
Dang, that's
Dude,
a tough
that's
one.
back to back to back.
Do you get
Dude, everybody's blunt with me.
health issues?
Everybody's blunt with me.
Like, does it mess with you otherwise? Like, do you get stomach aches or whatever? Like, what happened?
I get acne and I like sweat.
Skin shit, right?
Yeah.
My eczema goes crazy. Skin
I don't have eczema. I just get like acne from like fat.
Like this?
Yeah, like whatever fat I eat comes out of my
Well,
pores.
luckily there's an acne sponsor.
Shout outs to Fireball Acne.
Some
That one.
All right, so you still, how much time do you have to lose how much weight right now?
So the first week I dropped like 15, 17 pounds or something like that. Well, remember, a lot of your weight gain is like water retention. So we eat so much that we retain a lot of fluid, and people are so infatuated with fat. It's not fat, it's overall body weight. You know, if you lose 7 pounds of water, you're gonna look super skinny, even though you may have the same body fat percentage. So everybody's hung up on these numbers. For me, the indicators are always how you look, how you feel, and what you hear. So if you look good in the mirror, then that's better than if you weigh heavier than you used to be.
Oh yeah, I'm staying around the same.
Yep, but if you look better, why does it matter if you weigh more, you know?
Yeah.
And if you feel better, why does it matter if you weigh more? And then the third part shouldn't matter, but it does, is what you hear. When you hear somebody say, have you lost weight? You're like, oh my gosh, I've been working out. And if you hear somebody say, have you been gaining weight? You know, usually that's a good or a bad thing. So I think those are 3 better measures. So for those of you dealing mental stuff like fudge, I look like I'm doing better, but the scale doesn't say it. Don't worry about the scale. Worry about how you look, worry about how you feel, and you shouldn't, but you're gonna worry about what you hear. But those are better indicators of how your fitness is. At least in my opinion.
How you're fitting this dick in your mouth.
That's not what he was trying to
He
say.
didn't even say that. He's a
That's
politician.
not what
He
he's
would
trying to
never
say,
say
bro.
that.
Yeah, he didn't say
That was a really good message.
And he fucked it up, huh?
He ruined it.
Hey, can you leave that in, editor?
Can you make it louder?